entire planet. It's just India, yeah, 600 million below the age of 25. And the youth always looks for mentorship and a way to find the way forward, especially in these times, post-COVID, and technology taking over everything, all our lives, literally. What's your message to the youth of India, just to fire them up on the creative aspect of life?
Boy, if I had a message. My son Dylan, as you know, he's 25, and my daughter Karis is 20. And of all the different generations, the baby boomers, this way and everything, Gen Z, I have the most faith and support in. They are the ones, I think, worldwide who acknowledge the fact that their parents, maybe other ones, have really messed up. And they're not really angry about it. They just want us to get out of the way so that they can clean this mess up that we have this planet. And because of social media, our problems are globally. Our problems should be really bringing the world closer together rather than just dealing country by country. And I think Gen Z understands that. And Gen Z owns social media, which allows us all from one country to another to be closer together and try to solve some of the world problems. Climate change affects us all. And one of the issues of why I'm involved, with the United Nations, which gets criticized a lot, but I think is the best organization in concept that we have for dealing with global problems and with their court and everything else. This is such a tiny planet. It's such a tiny planet. You look up into the sky and a great night, you look at the millions and billions of stars, and we have to find anywhere else that exists. How can we not understand how precious this tiny, tiny planet is, even though there's 7.5 billion people? And I had a lecture, I remember back in the university, by a man named Buckminster Fuller, a writer, and he had a book called Spaceship Earth. And he thought of Earth in terms of the size of a spaceship. That's how tiny it is. And that's how we have to begin thinking about it. And we have to begin, and I think that this younger generation is going to do a better job than any of us in dealing with what is the most important issues of the world. And I see the mistakes that we've made in the United States in terms of capitalism. I love democracy, but I think that the capitalistic influence of making money is far overreached. In other words, we have such a small, and this is happening in a lot of democracies, a very small, wealthy population, and then a large class, and the middle class, which we all hope to dream to reach, is having a rough time making ends meet, at least in our country, which is called hostility. So I'm very optimistic about Gen Z, and I think we're going to really need them because there's a lot of conflict out there still.